Hello and welcome to Camp Xbox, where we talk about all things Xbox from the original all the way to the Series X. And today we're doing a review of an original Xbox game, Arctic Thunder, which was published by Midway and developed for the Xbox and PS2 by Inland Productions. And this is actually an Xbox launch title. It was released November 15th, 2001, and was one of the games you could pick up if you got the Xbox launch day. But it is based off of an arcade cabinet from the year 2000, also published by Midway, which I think a lot more people have memories with that. I know I do, of going to many CC's Pizzas or arcades, and they would have these Arctic Thunder arcade cabinets that were shaped like a snowmobile, and you could race with them, and they had these really cool fans on it, and they would blow cool air at you as you raced. It was a fun touch. But I had never touched this port until recently, and I was kind of in the mood for a racing game, as I usually am, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. It looks like good arcade fun. And this is a snowmobile racing game. You go from the top of your course all the way to the bottom, and you try to get in first place. There are many weapons you can pick up, such as missiles, to blow people off the road, and you can also go off of jumps and do tricks along the way. I will say that this game, for a launch title, it looks alright. It's not stunning by any means, and I can tell that it is based off of a little bit older of a game, but it looks fine. I do like the variety of locales. You go to some crazy areas, like you're gonna race in a rundown Washington, D.C., and stuff like that. You know, you get a nice world tour with a lot of these courses, and I can appreciate the variety there. And the courses are all nicely laid out. What I appreciate about this and Midway's other title, Hydro Thunder, is they cram in a lot of shortcuts. There is a lot of different routes and ways that you can move through these things, and I always like hidden touches like that. Character models, though, they are pretty poor. I won't say that they are a standout, but there's a huge selection of characters here. Now, as far as gameplay goes, it's a racing game. You know, it's as simple as you can get. You go forward, you move, you turn around corners, except this one has a really good sense of speed to it, especially when you get some boost power-ups and you start blowing through everything. There's a lot of sliding around corners, and honestly, that's about it. You're not really going to get much out of this. There are 2-player modes, there's a stunt mode, but your main thing is going to be that story mode, and through there you're going to get money, and that's going to get you unlockables such as courses and upgrades for your snowmobile, so you can have an easier time beating these courses. My only issue with that, though, is that you have to collect tons of money, and I mean like an insane amount of money just to unlock one course or get certain upgrades, and those upgrades only go per character and per snowmobile. So with a huge roster, you have to upgrade each one individually. So all your money is really split up everywhere, and I don't think there's enough content here to really make me want to replay the same course over and over and over again just to unlock one course a couple hours later. So it really stretches itself thin here. But I will say that when you are racing, it's a solid enough time. So maybe it's better in short spurts where you play about 30 minutes to an hour of racing, and it's not really meant for anything longer, because after a while, I was starting to realize this game is kind of unremarkable. The replayability is really pumped in here, but that progression hook just isn't there. Another thing that I might have a gripe with is just the sound in general. The announcer is just a bit annoying, and this game is extremely loud. But, you know, the music is fine. It's unremarkable rock songs. It's not anything special. One other gripe I do have with this game is the camera. I do think the camera angles that it does offer are not very good. They almost have a fisheye lens effect to them whenever you back all the way out or go all the way forward. So it makes racing around these tracks sometimes a bit annoying. And I know I have a lot of complaints about this game, but I really think this game has a lot of issues. And especially if you're looking at the launch lineup for the Xbox, this is probably the most unremarkable one. It's not necessarily a bad game by any sense. If you just pick this up and play it, it's alright, you know, you get a racing fix in, but there are definitely better racing titles even out of the launch lineup. So honestly, I would say that this game is only worth it at a low price, and I was taking a look, and right now on price charting, this game averages for about $15 complete, and I don't even think it's really worth a $15 price point. I would say go around $10, and then if you find it for $5, it's a definite pickup. It's worth $5 of good racing fun. So necessarily, I don't really recommend this game. It is fine, and I think it's quite an okay little racer. It's very quick and easy to pick up and play, but it's not remarkable by any means. There's much better games out there if you need a racing arcade fix on the Xbox. But on my ranking list, this is going to go towards the bottom. It's actually number 25. So as of right now, it is the second worst game I've reviewed on the channel. But honestly, I would give it maybe a 2 or 2.5 out of 5. So once we do more videos, it'll kind of average out towards the middle. I do think Fusion Frenzy I'd rather pick up and play with friends over Arctic Thunder. And then Dangerous Hunts is just an actual bad game, so Arctic Thunder goes above it. But hey, if you enjoyed this game, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear your opinions. Maybe you played the arcade cabinet and you really enjoyed the arcade cabinet. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to get more content like this. But I'll see you here next time at Camp Xbox.